Hey there, dads. Martin here, and congratulations. You've made it to May half term. I know it sounds a little cliche, but I can't, I can't believe we're at the end of May. We're nearly in June. We're nearly at the halfway point of the year. Summer has arrived. What? Where's it gone? And I think there was a message in there somewhere. So I'm trying to keep this one short. There's a couple of things I'd love to catch up with you on. And one of them is going to be, I'm going to ask you the exact same question I've been asking you all year. But before we do that, and this last half term, what has been an interesting one? I don't know about you. I'd love to hear about your experiences. For me, as you may or may not know, I was involved in a car crash, which actually happened the middle of the last school holiday. So on Easter Day, I was involved in a car crash. And so this whole last 7 weeks has been about recovery from that, physically, mentally, emotionally, a lot of physio. And I hope you've been following the Project Rebuild videos that I've been doing after each physio. I mean, they're funny. They're talking about the torture chamber. I mean, the physio that I've been doing. And really importantly, there's been a whole bunch of life lessons that have come out of it. And that's the first thing that I wanted to just briefly go through with you. And just in case you haven't seen those videos, or just as a recap, a whole bunch of life lessons like pain is real, but suffering is a choice. So I refuse to suffer, so I'm going to take some action. In order to take action, I may need to do something new. When I do something new, it may feel uncomfortable. It may even feel painful. And I have to trust and have faith in myself, in other people, and indeed the process. And by doing that, I widen the range of tools in my toolbox to be able to deal with whatever challenge I've got right now, but also life in general. And then if we do these things on a regular basis, the compound effect of that is we improve, we overcome, we achieve. Earlier today, I did the latest video in Project Rebuild that explained about, I'm in a good place. There's still some pain in my shoulder, but all the other things we've pretty much resolved in 7 weeks, which is pretty remarkable. So my question to you is, what life lessons have you learned in the last 7 weeks, or indeed this year? What's the universe giving you? And I know that for some of you, you're going to go, that's a bit woo-woo, Martin. I'm not interested in that, the universe, blah, blah, blah. Well, first off, if the universe is too big for you, listen to your body, because your body knows. Your body knows if you're too exhausted and you need to rest, you need to stop. Your body knows if you need to eat healthier. Your body knows if you need to drink more. Your body needs to know if you need to love more. Your body needs to know if you need to do something different. I spent 20 years ignoring those signs and nearly paid the ultimate sacrifice. So, bottom line, listen to your body. But also just listen to the universe. Listen to what's happening around you and bring meaning to it. Different meaning to it. Two people can have exactly the same experience, but give completely different meaning to it. And the quality of their lives will be different as a result. And this isn't, I'm not into woo-woo stuff. This is real basic. If you want to change the quality of life, change what you focus on and change the meaning of the things that's happening around you. And that can be good things, but very often it's the stuff that hits us. It's stuff that hasn't quite gone so well. But it's not about mistakes. It's not about failure. I spent 20 years in fear of making mistakes and failure. Nowadays, I don't even believe in those words. I believe we take action, we say something, we do something, and something happens. It either drives us forward, we get the outcome that we're looking for, it moves us towards the outcome we're looking for, or it didn't work, or it kept us stuck. In which case, what we've done, we haven't made a mistake or we haven't failed. What we've done is we've learned something. And then next time, or going forward, we can do more of the thing that worked, or we refine what didn't, or we stop doing the thing that didn't work. We've learned something. That in and of itself is a life lesson and a philosophy to live life by. And it changes the quality of your life. It's changed the quality of my life, changes the quality of the lives of the people that I work with. So just have a little list. Just have a little listen. Just have a little reflect. Half term. I hope you've got some time off, but just take 5 minutes and reflect on what's been happening and what new meaning you can give to it. You know, what's the universe trying to tell you? What's the lesson you need to learn? Is it, in fact, that you've been suffering in certain areas of your life for far too long and you need to do something new? And it will be uncomfortable and it might be painful. And you might have to put your faith and trust into somebody else to help you. But it will be worth it because you'll have a better range of tools in your toolbox. I tell you, the last 7 weeks, those life lessons aren't just random life lessons. They actually become an action plan of how we can improve or overcome whatever the situation we're in. It's helped me in this very physical, there was mental and emotional side to it as well, but the car crash, it's helped me there. But in fact, when I reflect on it, these are the life lessons I've used ever since I left corporate and was in recovery, and then has built the businesses and helped people like I do right now. It's helped me get to where I've got to. And it's just taken the accident maybe to reflect on those a little bit more and say, actually, those aren't just individual life lessons. That's an action plan, which is kind of cool because some of us, we need a plan, right? We like to know where we want to, we like to know where we are, where we want to go, and we like the plan to get there. So reflect on that first and foremost. And I hope that really is useful. And you know, share them below. Share them in the comments. What life lessons have you got? I've just shared mine. And I've openly shared them over the last 7 weeks. So yeah, share them. Because again, that reinforces it for you. So you believe that more. But also, it'll help other people. Maybe they'll go, oh, I was going through some stuff. And maybe I could look at it like that too. I mean, it's the only reason I share stuff, right? To help other people look at life differently so they can have a better quality of life. So that's that. Life lessons. Really cool subject. Really cool. So beyond that, what's the question I'm going to ask that I've always asked all year? Simple one. How's it going? No judgment. How's it going? And this is specifically really for those of you that either at the start of the year or then through the year have kind of made that decision, made that choice, consciously or subconsciously, and whether you've spoken it out aloud, written it down, shared it with other people or not. That lesson of, or that choice of, you know what, enough is enough. All this working harder and longer, not having the balance, not spending the quality time with my family, always feeling exhausted, all of that, I'm done with that. It's not like I want to change jobs or move very often, but I just want to be able to operate in a different way. I need to be able to. And this is for you. How's it going? Because for some of you, you will have made some changes. You will have gone, right, I'm not suffering anymore. I'm going to do something new. Maybe it was a little bit uncomfortable doing something new. You had to have a little bit of faith, maybe in yourself, maybe in others. You learned some new stuff, you put it into action, and now you've got results. And now here we are nearly, you know, at the halfway point of the year, and you're going, oh, actually things feel so much better than they did in January. I want you to take a step back and applaud yourself and really take that in, because that is really important. It's really easy for us just to then move on to the next thing and just keep going and just normalize everything. But if you've made improvements, I want you to acknowledge that. It's so important. And hell, share them below. Shout about them from the treetops. You should do. I used to be like this. I did this, this, and this. And actually, it's made such a difference. And I'm willing to bet some of those things are really, really simple things. I'd love to hear them. Again, not for my benefit. It reinforces that journey for you. And it will also help other people. It inspire other people. So, and I think, you know, sharing our lived experience and what we've learned and then sharing that with other people, I think it's one of the most beautiful things we can do. So if you're in that camp, great. If, here we are, May holidays, end of May going into June, and things aren't any better, if you still feel like you're in a relentless rat race, an exhausting, relentless rat race, and you are missing opportunities with your family, you're not able to be as present with your family. And look, it's summer. We want to be out there. We want to be experiencing life and beautiful summer weather and all those experiences we can have outside with our families. I know from personal experience, I've had those summer days and I've just not been, I've been physically there, but I've not mentally been there. It's not a great place to be. So we want to make the most of summer. So if we're honest, because it all starts with being honest. You don't have to be honest with me. You don't have to be honest with anybody else, but you've got to start with being honest with yourself. If things aren't where you want them to be, and it may well be, it's not from you wanting it, not with good intention. That's absolutely what you've done. You've done it with good intention and you want it to change, but maybe you haven't started yet. You just don't know how. You don't know where. You don't know what to do. You don't know who to reach out to. Or maybe you have tried 2 or 3 things and they just haven't worked. And they may not have worked because you haven't done them consistently enough. They may not have worked because they just weren't the right things. Who knows? But it's just not working out. I just want you to be honest about this and just spend some time in half term. Like I said, I hope you've got some time off. And even if you haven't, just spend some time reflecting and going, you know what? I did make that decision. I did make that choice. And I am sick of it. And enough is enough. I know I didn't know what to do. And why? How would you? If you haven't done new things before, how would you know about the new things? How do you know about all the blueprints, the strategies, and the frameworks that could help you? Real simple stuff that you could do right now, today, that could make the difference. If you already knew it, you would do them. But how do you know what you don't know? You need somebody else who's been there with that experience. And for me, I think it's really important that they use what they teach and coach and mentor on. They haven't just read it from a book and they're sharing it. That's the whole premise of what I do. I don't share anything that I haven't used, and I know with all my heart it works. So if you're in that camp, I just want you to be honest, and it does take a bit of courage. I know that. But I know that you can do it, and it's worthwhile. It's worthwhile for you professionally, for your health, and for your family. So take some time just to think, what is your next step? You don't have to have it all planned out, right? You just need to know, you know what, I want it to feel and look a bit better, and maybe get a little bit of clarity on what that might look like. And then go, what's my first thing I'm going to do? And it may well be, and this isn't some great big call to action, but your first step might be, Martin, I saw the video. You're absolutely right. I wanted to change in January. It hasn't. I've just been swept along with the busyness of life. I do want to change, but I don't know how. Seems like you've got some experience in that. The video sparked something in me. Can you help? And most people that I work with message me first. They just send me a short message and go, hey, I saw this. Yeah, it's got me thinking. I do want things to be different. Can you help? And we take it from there. Real simple. So that's the message. And again, remember what I just said about the last 7 weeks. Car crash. Physically, mentally, emotionally broken. 7 weeks later, just 7 weeks later, I'm in a significantly better place. Things can turn around very quickly. So just imagine, whatever situation you're in, just imagine it feeling a heck of a lot better by the summer holidays. So the end of July. Just 2 months. That's more than 7 weeks away. Imagine you feeling a little bit better. So you could go on holiday and go and enjoy it. You could actually switch off. Imagine that. Imagine feeling so much better when the academic year starts in September. And for parents, we've got two calendar years, haven't we? We've got the actual calendar year, January to December, and then we've got the academic year. Wouldn't it be great to be able to support and be with your family more next academic year? You can do it now in this one. But again, just imagine the progress you could make. And I jokingly said about, God, where's the time gone? I can't believe it's the end of May. Blink and it's going to be Christmas. And I know it's like, you're talking about Christmas, Martin. Blink and it's going to be Christmas. So you have to take some action. You have to do something if things aren't where you want to be, because you don't want to be approaching Christmas, not being able to enjoy the run up to it because you're all stressed and you're working harder and longer and long hours, and you're leaving Christmas, all the sorting out of that to everybody else, and you ain't got a clue what's going on, and you're missing the Christmas concerts, and then you can't actually enjoy Christmas Day because you're absolutely exhausted. And look, I've been there. And before we know it, it's going to be Christmas. I want you to enjoy the here and now. I want you to enjoy summer. But the more we delay it, the more we just go, oh yeah, I'll look at that later. Oh, I'll do it. Yeah, after this, after that. And we delay it and we delay it. And before you know it, another whole year's going to have gone by and you won't have made the change that you want. And it's heartbreaking because I spent 20 years doing that and it broke me. I nearly lost everything. I don't want that for you. And even before things got really, really tough in my journey, there are times that I literally can't remember chunks of time because I was so stressed. And these are times when my kids were little. I mean, they're, one of them's 18 and all grown up now. There are chunks of time I don't remember. Opportunities I know I missed. Things I did and said that I can't take back. I don't want that for you just because things have got out of control, just because we've lost some focus, just because we haven't got the balance that we want. There's a different way. I found the different way and I'm sharing it. So it's a heartfelt plea for you to take whatever the action is that you feel comfortable taking, or maybe uncomfortable taking, to get the lifestyle that you want. And I'm wishing you all the best. I wish you a great half term. I hope you can rest. I hope you can recuperate. I hope you can reflect. And if you do need to change, if you want things to improve, I hope you can really dig deep, make that decision. And then importantly, not just to make the decision, but take some action afterwards. And maybe that first action is just reaching out with a quick message to me and take it from there. Because what I also know, you would have seen the stuff. Chances are you've seen the stuff that I've been sending out all year. There is an abundance of resources available to you to help you. But if at this point you still haven't taken action, I can tell you now, a course, a signature program, it ain't going to help you. A training bundle ain't going to help you. Replays of events ain't going to help you. A roadmap ain't going to help you. Reading a book ain't going to help you. If it's got to this point, what you need is some personal support. And I know this again from personal experience. And the reason is, it is the most effective use of your time. And it is the quickest way to get you the result that you're looking for. Period. All the other stuff is amazing. And it's for those people that do just want that self-help and they want to go through it themselves. But if you've been rumbling along for so long and it's still the same, you're still working harder and longer and missing out and feeling exhausted, and if you're still like that, those things have always been available. It's not the resource you need. Those are for other people. You just need some personal support, talk it through, get some perspective, get some quick actions in, and build, just like I've built over the last 7 weeks. And like I said, just imagine the summer holiday you could have. Just imagine starting in September. Different. Just imagine going into Christmas. Just imagine what's possible in the next 6 months, let alone 7 weeks, 8 weeks. I'm here for you. I'm rooting for you. I'm championing you. And until next time, I look forward to speaking with you, hearing your messages, if indeed that's what you choose to do. I really encourage you to do so if, it's been going on for too long. And until next time, have a great half term. Enjoy the sunshine. Get out there, get some perspective. Go up on some hills and get some perspective. It's one of the best things you can do. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll speak to you soon.